Hi, I'm Georgia David, Volunteer, Family Services, and Athlete Leadership Manager for Special Olympics Colorado. We are so grateful that you're volunteering with us for our Polar Plunge series presented by Westera Credit Union. The Special Olympics Polar Plunge is our signature fundraising series that motivates communities nationwide to take a quick, fun, chilly dip to raise funds and awareness for our mission and programs here at Special Olympics. The Polar Plunge is our coolest event of the year, and it would not be possible without your help and support. Please watch this brief volunteer training video to ensure you get the most out of your experience with our Polar Plunge series. What is a Polar Plunge, you may ask? This fundraiser challenges hundreds of participants to raise money for the chance to plunge into cold water. Before we get started, please know that the volunteer information materials include a lot of important information that is not discussed in this video. Think of this video as a summary of the information found in the volunteer manual. I'll start by going through a few different job descriptions and we'll end with some frequently asked questions. Let's start with our greeters. Upon arrival, you will be given a clipboard, several pens, and a large stack of waivers. Please station yourself in a highly visible area between the parking lot and the registration area. You should be spread out from each other to reach as many people as possible. As someone approaches, welcome them and thank them for coming. Ask them if they are plunging or spectating. If they are plunging, please ask if they pre-registered online or if they're registering that day. Give each participant a waiver and explain that it must be signed before entering the registration line. Some may want to use your clipboard and pen to sign the waiver, which is perfectly fine. Please then direct pre-registered participants to the registration area and day of registrants to the day of registration table. This leads us to the registration crew. First, ask for the plunger's last name. You will be able to look them up on the registration list provided to ensure that they are registered. Please then verify that they have raised the minimum $75 to participate or $50 for students and SoCo athletes. If they have not, their name will be highlighted and the amount they owe will be listed. Please then ask if they have any money with them. Once they give you the additional fundraising amount, please place all additional donations in the provided white envelope. Be sure to label the envelope with the plunger's name. Then place the unsealed envelope and their signed waiver in the box at your feet. Lastly, put a wristband on the participant's wrist and remind them that they must have this on in order to enter the water and get into the post-plunge party. If for some reason someone is not on the list but assures you they have indeed registered, ask first if it could be under a different last name and confirm the spelling of their name. If it is still not there, or if the individual is listed as not having met the fundraising minimum and does not have the money with them, please kindly send them to the lead registration volunteer who will then handle that situation. For the day of registration crew, your process will be similar, but slightly different than the pre-registered volunteers that we just covered. Upon arrival, you will ask everyone to complete the day of registration form and provide the fundraising minimum, which as a reminder is $75 or $50 for students and SoCo athletes. You will then place the waiver, the registration form, and the fundraising minimum in a white envelope with their name in a box at your feet. Lastly, put a wristband on the participant's wrist and remind them that they must have this on in order to enter the water and get into the post-plunge party. As they exit registration, please direct all plungers to the t-shirt station. T-shirt volunteers who are stationed at this tent will first check to make sure plungers have a wristband. Please mark their wristbands with an X, signifying they have received their shirt, and provide them with the appropriate size. Next up are our plunge area management volunteers. Plunge area management is divided up into 3 categories: gatekeepers, entrance to the plunge area, and plunge security. You will be assigned to a specific area upon arrival. Gatekeepers will stand at the entrance to the plunge line. Before allowing anyone to enter, check and make sure that their entire team is present, wearing their wristband, and wearing shoes. Do not let any teams missing participants or any individuals without a wristband and shoes enter the line. You will give each team a team information card and ask them to fill it out before they reach the front of the line. The volunteers at the entrance to the plunge area will be stationed at the end of the plunge line right before the plunge. Once a team has reached the front and has entered the beach area to plunge, collect that team information card from the next team in line and bring it to the DJ. Check to make sure that the entire team is present, is wearing a wristband and shoes, and is ready to go. Please remind the plungers that there is absolutely no diving. Then check in with the team on deck to ensure that they are all there and ready to plunge. The plunge security volunteers will be located on the beach. First, you will help the plungers place their items, towels, etc., on the table that is located in the plunge area and ensure that all plungers are wearing shoes. Next, you will gather everyone for a team photo. Make sure to count the number of plungers, and if there are more than 10 plungers on a team, please separate them into groups of no more than 10. Again, please remind them that there is no diving allowed just before they plunge. After the team has plunged, please direct everyone to the exit and heated restrooms or changing rooms. Lastly, we'd like to address some frequently asked volunteer questions. Check-in. Upon arrival, please report to the volunteer check-in area, which is indicated on the map you have received. Also attached to this email is a volunteer waiver. To expedite the volunteer check-in process, please print this, sign it, and bring it along with you. If you are unable to do this beforehand, we will have plenty of additional forms on hand that day. For volunteers under the age of 18, it is imperative that you have your form signed by a parent or guardian. Attire. Please plan to dress warmly as this is an outdoor event. You will receive a volunteer shirt on site, which we ask that you wear over your outermost layer. Food. There will be light snacks and water available, but we encourage you to bring additional snacks along with you.
Thank you for helping at the polar plunge. We'll see you there.